Hi, Francesca. How you doing? I wanted to look at your writing here. Quite challenging. I was able to use some of the ideas from my sketches when composition. Plan out what's working inside and margin. Yeah, this is really normal. I mean, this is really quite feasibly for a lot of students in this class. This is really your first foray into multi-page design. As such, you don't have any foresight. You don't have any experience to draw on. So the more you work in InDesign, like any other software program, the more the expectations, you'll start to build expectations and you'll start to build foresight and you'll start to know things based on experience, like the way that your sketches transpose into your layouts and things like that. Things that are a surprise now will become very much part of your normal workflow as you gain experience. Um, Compile and categorize the information of the work. Of course, yeah, that's what layout's all about. Man, I love it. I love layout. I love figuring this stuff out. And I think that's one of the main things in layout is to be able to envision what the way you want to present the information. That's in large part of the hardest part of layout design is just imagining how you want things. That's why sketching is so important. Okay, let's go ahead and jump over to the work. Now, listen, I got to tell you, this cover is gorgeous. I just love it. I think this is absolutely beautiful. And the back cover as well. Really fan. This is professional quality work. This is absolutely gorgeous. So great job there. Now, from there, that's all I can't really comment on much here, Francesca, because, well, there's a couple of reasons. I mean, each of your pages, I love that. That's cool. That's just cool. I love it. Pull quotes, that's great. I mean, things are looking good right now. I think you're a little cluttered right here. But what I'm getting at is this, is that right now I can't really comment on that because A, you've got placeholder text. So it's going to change when you place your live text in there. It's going to change for sure. So I can't really comment on that until I see the live text in there. But the main thing right now is it seems like you're designing each page individually as opposed to spreads. And the reason I say that is because so remember my dummy, right? My mock-up, we have the front cover, okay? And then the front cover, when you open up the front cover, you would have page 2 and 3 spread together. Page 4 and 5 spread together. And you should design spreads in multi-page design. That's how they're looked at, as an open spread, as opposed to designing individual panels for the spread, okay? And the reason I say that is because if I jump over here and I say, I'm an Acrobat. If I go to View and I come down to Page Display and I say Two-Page View, I can see that the front cover is now grouped with, it's now spread with page, what would be page 2. So this should be page 2 and page 3. Front cover would be spread with the back cover, right? Remember our mock-up, remember the video. If not, review those videos in the announcement series. Front cover and back cover is one spread, all right? And page 2 and 3 are spread. But when you take your booklet apart, page 2 is not spread with page 3, it's spread with page 11. That's called page imposition, but we don't design with page imposition. We design in what is called viewer spreads, which means that page 1, the cover would be off alone, then page 2 and 3 would be grouped together, page 4 and 5, and so on and so forth. So right now, I'm going to get out of this because it won't do me any good to go through this because these aren't the pages that they're going to be spread with, right? So let's get out of that. Let's go back to our page display as that single page if you had it. So taking a look at each page, I think that we got a lot of good things going on here, really good things. Watch your regs when you set your type, and go ahead and review the how to adjust your regs video. And actually, there's several videos that I've posted in the last 2 weeks in the announcement series. So you want to definitely review those. Really, really important, and to a very high degree will determine the success of this assignment. Okay, so I think these pages are a little too cluttered. I think that the type rests right up on these separating lines, and I just think there's a lot of visual clutter here. And I'm using visual clutter as a descriptive word, not a derogatory comment. So please don't be discouraged in my choice of words here. The term visual clutter is actually an industry-specific term based on multiple visual elements converging on one page, creating too much visual weight, too much activity, so to speak, in that page. So I would recommend reconfiguring this page and really keep negative space in mind and really try to keep in mind that the fact that it looks cluttered right now. Same thing with this page. And we'll see what happens here, right? The same thing with the rest of the pages. It's just really difficult for me to comment on. And then so yeah, we'll see what you have in store here. This is interesting, going from 2 column to 3 column, breaking the grid like that. That's interesting. These might be a little too short in terms of a character count, so keep that in mind. Closure page, references page, and then back cover. Okay, so I'm sorry, I can't really give you much more information than that because I'm based on what we have here. But I will say, wow, this front cover is just absolutely just gorgeous, and so is the back cover. Good stuff, man. I love it. Okay, so those are my recommendations. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any necessary clarifications. And of course, I'll be doing double time this week. So if you want to run something by me, please have at it. So I'll be sure to get comments back to you quickly, as I know we're all exhausted and wrapping things up. So one more week of hard work, and we can rest, right? Okay, fantastic. Good job. Thank you so much, Francesca.